What if humans could no longer sleep? Every night, without thinking about it, you shut down. Your body slows, your mind disconnects, consciousness fades. Sleep feels optional, until it isn't. We spend nearly 1/3 of our lives asleep, and yet most people treat it like an inconvenience. Something to delay, something to sacrifice, something to skip. But what if sleep didn't come back? Not for a night, not for a week. What if humans could no longer sleep at all? Here's the part most people don't realize. The danger wouldn't begin with exhaustion. It would begin when people still believe they're functioning normally. Because long before the body shuts down, the mind does. At first, the change would feel minor. People lie in bed longer than usual, eyes closed, mind racing. Sleep doesn't arrive. They assume it's stress, a bad night, too much caffeine. They get up the next morning tired, but functional. The second night feels stranger. No matter how exhausted the body becomes, sleep refuses to take hold. People experience brief moments of drifting, but they never cross the threshold. No deep sleep, no REM cycles, just endless wakefulness. By the third day, subtle changes appear. Reaction times slow. Short-term memory weakens. People forget simple things. Why they entered a room, what they were saying mid-sentence, where they placed objects moments ago. Mood swings intensify. Irritation becomes constant. And this is where the soft collapse begins. Before we go any further, if you enjoy slow burn psychological science documentaries like this, take a moment to like this video. It helps Curiosity Now reach more curious minds. And if you want more unsettling what-if scenarios, subscribe to Curiosity Now and turn on notifications. Sharing this video helps these stories reach the people who love big questions. By day 4, the brain starts misfiring. Hallucinations appear, not dramatic ones, subtle ones. Shadows moving where nothing exists. Whispers that sound real for just a moment. Faces briefly warping in mirrors. People know something is wrong, but they still underestimate it. At day 5, cognition collapses. Decision-making becomes unreliable. Risk assessment disappears. People take actions they would never normally consider. Driving becomes dangerous. Operating machinery becomes lethal. Accidents skyrocket across every industry. Hospitals fill, not with injured patients at first, but confused ones. People arrive claiming something is wrong with reality itself. Doctors struggle to diagnose the problem. There is no toxin, no infection, no physical injury, just brains that cannot reset. By the end of the first week, society starts to crack. Pilots are grounded. Surgeons are removed from operating rooms. Air traffic controllers are replaced, then replaced again. No one can remain sharp long enough to perform critical jobs. Governments attempt emergency measures, mandatory rest periods, sedatives, medical comas. But sedation is not sleep. The brain still doesn't enter its restorative cycles. Damage continues. By day 10, paranoia spreads. People become emotionally unstable. Fear spikes. Aggression rises. Social trust collapses. Minor disagreements turn violent. Domestic incidents surge. Law enforcement struggles to respond. Officers are just as impaired as everyone else. Memory degradation accelerates. People forget loved ones' names. They lose track of time. Entire days blur together. Reality begins to feel dreamlike. Except there is no dream. Only exhaustion layered on top of consciousness. By week 2, the brain begins failing structurally. Sleep deprivation damages neurons. The immune system collapses. The body stops repairing itself. Infections spread unchecked. Wounds don't heal. Children suffer faster than adults. Their developing brains cannot tolerate prolonged wakefulness. Learning stops. Emotional regulation disappears. Entire generations are affected within days. Animals behave strangely too. Most mammals rely on sleep cycles. When those cycles fail, ecosystems destabilize. Predators lose coordination. Prey loses awareness. Nature itself becomes erratic. As weeks pass, civilization enters survival mode. Markets shut down. Production halts. Transportation grinds to a stop, not from infrastructure failure, but from human incapacity. Communication becomes unreliable. Language deteriorates. People struggle to form coherent sentences. Writing loses structure. Speech becomes fragmented. Thought itself becomes unstable. At this stage, death doesn't arrive dramatically. It arrives quietly. Organ failure, heart rhythm disruption, immune collapse. People simply stop functioning. This is not extinction by explosion. It is extinction by consciousness overload. The brain was never meant to stay awake. Sleep is not rest, it is maintenance. Without it, the system fails. Scientists already know this. There are rare neurological disorders where sleep slowly disappears. They are universally fatal. There is no adaptation, no workaround, no resilience. If sleep vanished permanently, humanity would not survive long enough to adapt. Technology wouldn't save us. Medicine wouldn't save us. Willpower wouldn't save us. Because sleep is not optional. It is a biological requirement, as critical as oxygen or water.